On the XRP price chart, we are now experiencing a really nice pump. We'll discuss the reasons for the current XRP price surge in this video. In this video, we'll discuss whether or not we'll learn the outcome of the Ripple SEC case later tonight, in addition to a must-attend event that will be happening the next day. For the ensuing few months, this will determine the market's future course. Stay put, because you can't let this opportunity pass you by. Moreover, I want to discuss a great opportunity with flair that many people are probably missing out on. This chance, in my opinion, is flying way too under the radar, so be sure to stay tuned for it. So let's talk about the XRP price pump we saw earlier today to kick off this video. We have been on the watch for this for some time now, and we have been discussing this chart that appears to be unfolding as expected. In essence, what has been happening over the past 755 days is that strong resistance has been driving the price of XRP lower. Now, I have no understanding why price charts behave in this manner. Yet I have observed this pattern, which you are currently viewing on the screen, play out in a huge number of different markets. In essence, we are seeing price consolidation and sideways movement. The price is currently moving in a highly erratic manner, continually going up and down. But it's crucial to understand that neither new highs nor new lows are ever achieved. In essence, we simply keep oscillating between the previous highs and lows, generating a huge support zone and a huge resistance zone, just by looking at this chart and watching it in action. In other circumstances, I kind of had a hunch that XRP was going to finally break out of the top of this thing in an explosive way. Yet, theoretically, XRP could still end this candle below this resistance range, and we might be back in this pattern even if it is now going very well. But I have a sense that this won't happen. Let's simply wait and watch what transpires over the following few days. Every single time XRP has previously been significantly boosted, it lights a few successively smaller green candles before finally ripping to the upside. See how this one develops. But Alex Cobb was actually live streaming the pump earlier today, so we know it at least has some legs. Moreover, this is a tiny inside joke if you don't get it. In essence, the price of XRP would always decrease when Alex Cobb used to live stream the chart. In his opinion, the price didn't decrease during his most recent live stream, which was the first in a while. Undoubtedly a bullish indication. This is obviously a joke, though kind of funny. It appears like David Schwartz joined in on the comedy he tweeted out. There is a light switch in my garage that appears to be inactive. Yesterday, it happened accidentally, and nobody knew what it did. I just switched it back a little while ago. It's strange to see that it virtually does nothing at this point. The notion that Ripple has a secret switch they can use to manipulate the price of XRP is ridiculed by David Schwartz. This is obviously not the case. He's only playing pranks on the XRP community. Yet, it's amusing since the second he tweeted that the price of XRP had indeed begun to decline. In the end, I do believe XRP will start to move past this point. I believe that XRP is simply outpacing the catalysts now and that Ripple will eventually prevail in the SEC case. Clearly, we haven't made a decision in that case yet. You already know what will appear in this video if it does. Well, I did notice some people predicting that Judge Torres might announce her summary judgment decision today because it has been exactly 2 weeks since she decided on the Daubert motions. Now, I don't necessarily believe that this is true. When Judge Torres is ready, I believe she will announce her ruling. We must realize that this case is under extreme pressure for Judge Torres, as well as for Ripple and ourselves. Judge Torres is aware that this will be the most significant case to ever affect the cryptocurrency business because of how big it is. She has been in charge of Ripple the entire time, guys. I have little doubt that she will make decisions primarily in Ripple's favor. Knowing that John Deaton would be speaking for XRP holders, she allowed him access to this case. She is well aware that this situation requires resolution for XRP investors. I believe she will provide XRP owners with that clarification. And after all is said and done, I don't believe XRP will qualify as a security. Therefore, we want to make sure that Judge Torres uses the exact words. We don't want the SEC to be able to easily appeal this. And we have already come so far. Judge Torres has my full support in allowing her the time she needs to do this right. Make sure the SEC can't respond by fighting back. At the end of the day, practically every lawyer has said something similar, so we know it's just around the corner. And I simply believe that right now we are seeing the XRP price chart sort of start pricing in ripples with the idea that XRP is going to be the only cryptocurrency with a certain degree of certainty in the market. So until the decision is made, I have a feeling that we'll see XRP kind of doing these tiny little run UPS as we wait for the decision scene to come in, fade out, and then repeat that motion until the decision is made and Ripple wins. Holders of XRP benefit from this clarity, making XRP the only cryptocurrency in the US with guaranteed clarity. We'll watch how everything turns out. In the end, though, I'm really confident that we are very near having clarification. I believe that's what the price chart for XRP is showing us. Simply put, I don't believe that choice will necessarily be made now. Now, I believe it's crucial for me to emphasize that there are a variety of methods to see price charts, and a blockchain supporter is actually displaying a quite different chart from the one I showed you. Blockchain supporters now have XRP returning to this range above before going back down these charts, which makes it difficult to see. Hence, I'll merely sketch on my chart what it might look like for a blockchain supporter to see before XRP crashes, but I'm obviously not showing it. I'll shift that over. Well, according to a blockchain supporter, XRP will rise, sink, and then rise again. In the end, I believe this is what would happen if Judge Torres' ruling was delayed for 2 weeks. The market would anticipate it, pricing it into the market. When we didn't receive it, people would become upset and begin selling XRP, causing its price to decline. And we realize we've won XRP pumps. In the end, I'm not very interested in short-term price charts. The fact that XRP remained in this enormous configuration for about 2 years interested me. So whether or not XRP pumps this week or next, I certainly wanted to record that. In the end, I believe that XRP has experienced numerous bullish changes over the past 2 years that have not yet been factored into the price of XRP. The market will eventually take notice of all the positive news that it hasn't during the past few years. And I predict that the movement will be explosive. We'll watch everything unfold. In the end, I'm feeling quite upbeat. I never anticipated feeling this fantastic. I've always believed that the SEC would try a little more to shake us out of this situation. They should at least have one compelling reason, in my opinion, that would lead me to conclude that perhaps the SEC is correct. Nothing they have done has even the slightest chance of convincing me that they are incorrect. Since Judge Torres is our judge in this case, I can't help but feel even more assured because she seems to despise the SEC just as much as you and I do. In order to wrap up this video, I want to rapidly discuss the flare and then quickly go down a significant market event that will happen tomorrow. But before I do that, let me briefly discuss the current flare distribution. So it need not be a Frost wallet if you are not concealing your flare inside of it. I just use Frost, and I enjoy it. Yet in any case, it would be a grave error not to wrap your flare. Earlier today, Moon Limbo distributed an Excel spreadsheet. His skull nearly exploded as he uttered it. And when I first started examining this distribution, I experienced the same feelings. If you have 250,000 flares wrapped and delegated, you will have $540,000 after 35 months. Even if the price stays at only 3 cents. Currently, I don't believe that the price will remain at just 3 cents. Instead, I believe that it will increase significantly. But you must realize that we currently have an absurd potential to amass a lot of flare simply by keeping a wallet and casting your vote. As there are many videos on YouTube that are far superior to mine, I won't be teaching you how to do that in this video. So, go train yourself to do that. It's quite simple. Be careful and safe when performing it. But in the end, it's not that difficult. If you begin with 250,000 flare, you may potentially have close to 18 million in 35 months. I'm not sure if this calculator is currently accurate, but it will most likely be close. Also, it is completely absurd that you could increase from 250,000 to even close to a million. And I just don't want anyone to pass up this chance. because when I received my first delivery, I was shocked. There is clearly shock on Moon Limbo's face, and this is a very profitable situation. Currently, some individuals are stating that they do not believe the price will be able to stand up due to the manner in which Flare is distributing this currency. In the end, blockchain supporters believe that this distribution will significantly push the price and cause it to actually fall below the 3-cent threshold. I don't really agree with this viewpoint. His main point is that market capitalization can be used to predict a cryptocurrency's price 2 to 3 years from now. For example, if you tried to look at XRP's market capitalization in 2013 and said, "Oh, well, if it were 10x from here, it would be at a couple million," I'm just not a big believer in that theory. And for XRP, that probably makes sense. So you have to wait a few more years. And then, all of a sudden, the market cap of XRP increases by about 1,000 times. Your entire line of reasoning for assuming that the market cap could only be a few $1 million is disproven because it simply blasted through it like it was nothing. Trying to look at market capitalization in the present seldom makes sense, which is what I typically observe in growth assets. I frequently use the example of Tesla or Amazon, whose stock prices were deemed to be excessively high by everyone. Everyone continues to claim that it is overvalued. People have no idea how much technology is really worth. And as a result, they attempt to give things artificial market caps and state, "Well, we can't go above this price." Eventually, I don't see it that way. I believe that if Flare accomplishes its goals and actually contributes to this ecosystem, it will increase significantly independent of the market cap, yet there is much discussion surrounding this. This is how I think, but now I want to wrap up this video by talking about a significant market event that will happen tomorrow. With this video, I think we've covered everything. Yet this is significant and crucial. And it will be crucial for the future development of the Bitcoin market. In essence, the Federal Reserve will decide between a 0 and a 25 basis point increase. A 0 basis point increase would aim to save the financial sector from collapsing, while a 25 basis point raise would combat inflation. In the end, I believe they will go for 25, which would cause the market to recover. However, if they go for 0, the market would truly surge and likely go parabolic. Although there is currently some discussion over which route they will take, it is generally agreed that they will use the 25 basis point route. The market will likely view that as acceptable. Recognize that the federal government will most likely end soon. The Fed goes 50, not 60. We'll experience a black swan event. I don't think that will happen. And it would be completely absurd if the Federal Reserve decreased interest rates. Then you'd see the price of cryptocurrencies explode. I believe we're probably waiting for a 25 or a 0. However, I lean more toward the 25. But it's crucial to understand that this will have a significant impact on the market. Another significant point is that rate increases are undoubtedly being slowed by the Federal Reserve. About a year and a half ago, the Federal Reserve's rate increases were what truly slowed down this market. The top entered at that point. Every risk-related asset experienced a significant decline as soon as the Federal Reserve began raising rates. Finally, the industry is set to be relieved of this burden. And because we won't be up against the Federal Reserve anymore, I believe the triggers we have been witnessing will start to make a lot more difference. In any case, I hope this update was enjoyable. Please remember to like and subscribe if you did. For the time being, it truly means a lot.